Hello, Amy again, bugs again. This one's an insect. He's not a beetle. Unlike everything else I've done, which have been beetles, this is a giant water bug, also known as a toe biter. And because he's a toe biter, I've decided to call him Mr. Cheese. So Mr. Cheese here, he's the largest from the group I have. He freaks me out. I didn't want to touch him in this video, but then I thought, you know what, if he's going to be not moving about, but you know, he's going to be all wiggly with his loose legs in the next video, I might as well have to get used to touching him in this one. But look how pretty he is. He's got so many patterns and colours, or just, you know, brown, but different shades. It's a very nice, pretty colour. I like Mr. Cheese. He's a funny looking bug. But yeah, so I pick him up here because I wanted to get used to him, and then, you know, I had enough. So he's going to be soaking for a couple of days. And I also found another bug as well. So we've got this one as well. Ready? Look at that. What do you think it is? It's a pebble. I'm just kidding. It's a ladybug, but I've named him Pebble. So this is Pebble the ladybug, or bird. It's not a bird. Why do people call it a ladybird? It's a bug. Call it a ladybug. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Anyways. And look who it is. It's Stinky. Back to be unpinned. So I'm going to unpin Stinky, and then later on I'm going to, probably right after unpinning her, I'm unpinning her, and she's all dried now, which is nice, and now I'm going to frame her. So that's what we're going to do today. So here's the frame. It's the same frame as the one in the corner. You see those two bugs up at the top. So I've done this before, so, you know, I'm a professional at this point, thank you very much. I don't know what's worse, having a bunch of random dried bugs in my drawer, or having a bunch of random framed bugs on my desk. So we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna do a bit of both. So we got a couple of framed bugs, a couple of unframed bugs, just lying about everywhere in my room. Just, you know, for the calming vibe that they bring, obviously. What else would they be here for? Anyways, I'm going to clean the glass because you don't want to get dust on the inside, because then it's you're going to go insane if there's dust on the inside. Kind of like a screen cover, you know? You just got to be really careful when you put a new screen cover on your phone. And then, yeah, there's my face, look at that, it's beautiful. I'm assuming when people frame bugs, yes, of course people frame bugs. They've got like a pin in the bug, and then they pin it to like a piece of foam, and then they've just got a thicker frame. But I don't want to do that. I don't like pinning the bugs. I think I mentioned at some point before, because, you know, it's quite difficult and I don't want to damage it. But yeah, so what I do is I'm just going to trace around. I'm going to get a nice piece of paper that's going to fit in the frame properly. And then I'm going to use some glue. I'm just going to glue him to the piece of paper, and then he's going to be stuck there forever. But, oh well, you know, it's not like I'm going to take these bugs out their frames one day because, I don't know, I'm hungry. That's not going to happen, okay? Why did I say that? Anywho, moving on. I'm just going to check that the square I cut out does actually fit into the frame. And now, to make sure that Stinky's right in the middle, I'm going to just find the middle. We're using a ruler and the sides. I'm sure you know how to find the middle of a square, you know. I don't need to tell you. Oh, there's a penguin. Anyways. Here she goes on the square. I'm using her head and like her mouth to like point out where the middle is, and then I kind of just slide her up to where I'm happy keeping her. And now it's time to get the super glue. So I'm not gonna directly put the super glue, because that's how everything goes wrong. You know, you tilt the super glue over it, and then boom, all of it goes out. So I'm just gonna use a toothpick, and I'm gonna do it gently, and I just kind of like swipe underneath each leg, and wherever the beetle's touching the paper, you kind of just want to make sure it connects. I did make a mistake, so soon you'll see it's like there's a big splodge on that leg. When the glue dries, you can still see it, and that does displease me greatly. So, you know, that's something I want to change in the future. But you know, I'll have to find out. You know, with time, I will learn. Yeah, and then we've got to wait for her to dry. looks to me like she's not quite symmetrical as well. So that's my apologies for that. Yes, I'm very sorry. It's upsetting me as well. So if you didn't notice and now you do and now it's upsetting you, then I'm sorry for mentioning it. But I just, there's nothing else really to talk about that I can think of, and we've got a little while now. I could play music again. Do you want some more music? I don't know what music I have. I don't have any music. I'll play something really cheerful for you. But anyway, I'm gonna be drawing in a minute because I felt like it. But that's gonna be super speedy. That's gonna be happening now actually. So there's no music. Sorry to bring your hopes up. But here we go. Okay, I'll play music while I'm drawing actually. But it's not gonna take long because I super sped it up. Wow, that was painful to sit through. Can I just say, why are you still watching? What? Unless, yeah, even if you are my friends and family, why? What has brought you to this? It's really not. This is just because I'm enjoying it. Just please go on with your own lives. It's not that interesting. Anyways, so now I've checked that the frame will fit, so now I know she'll fit in there, and then you've got to make sure that's on the right way around, and then you make sure she fits in, you can close it up, and then bish bash bosh, Bob's your uncle, it's all done. There we go.